Okay, we are here for our second coaching video, and we're going to start by going over your checklist for your teaching strategy, focusing on student engagement, time on task. For those who realized it, we are incorporating Nearpod as our technology integration, but I'm going to give you a second to look it over.
Okay.
I think it's
manageable.
It's manageable. Anything you would want to take out, add?
No, I think this is perfect.
What part of it do you think is the most manageable and the least manageable?
I think the timers and the make sure that the students are present with material and then what's not manageable.
Right now.
I was gonna say I don't really see anything not manageable.
That's good.
So I'm like,
I kind of hope to really hone in on the time on task and engagement skills that you were looking for, and then balancing still that one-on-one instructional time with an added technology, the Nearpods. So hopefully that does boost your student achievement, because that's great for remediation. Well, then the next part is to talk about Nearpod, and we have some options for you to learn how to use Nearpod. And I can either just show you on the computer, I can give you just a set of instructions, or you can come in our class and watch us use Nearpod. We do that every now and then, or co-teach together, or I can record myself setting up a Nearpod for you to share with you, because that might be, but I also can do a combination too. There's lots of different options for learning it.
Maybe just coming in and watching y'all do it with your students will be good. And then maybe just like you and me sit down one day and figure it out.
Sure. That's great. I might even do like a little short how-to video just to have on hand, because it's, I mean, you'll probably could have different Nearpods or same Nearpod for your little small group, but we've done it a few times and it seems to work pretty well.
Yeah, I'm excited to find out about it.
Yeah, it's a good little thing. It's a good little piece of technology. But then, so in terms of modeling, what works best for you? Would you rather see it in like a whole group or more small group, or both?
Maybe both, like one setting in a small group, one in a whole group setting, so then I can see how it reaches like general ed students, and then the ones who need a little extra help like on my caseload, and then also kind of so then I can see how me and Sarah can do it like effectively.
That makes sense.
Honestly, I more really want to see like how to work, like you and me do it, and then like, because I'm more of a hands-on learner, like once I know how to do it, then I'm like, okay, cool. But then I don't know, and then seeing y'all will just be an extra bonus, because it'll be great.
Yeah, it's good visual.
Yeah.
Do you have a preference of like content? Is there an area of like your small group that you're like, we're really struggling with math, science, ELA, that you'd prefer to see, because we could just work out those times, or you can see all of them?
Maybe ELA, because we are doing that 2-hour block now. So when we are in our small group time, sometimes we struggle to find like a good enriching like independent assignment. So like maybe having this as a Nearpod, I don't know, as what they work on independently as we pull small groups would be cool.
Sure. And just any sort of, you said concept in ELA, or like writing, reading, the spelling, vocab? Or all the above?
Like just thinking of what we're doing in the future.
Right.
We're about to do, we have 2 different books for small groups. One is social studies and one is science. And the kids got to choose which book they wanted to read. And so possibly doing either like comprehension questions with it, or a skills-based knowledge of like writing a summary or what's the theme, the setting, the whatever, that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
Onto it.
Sure. And I was curious, what other forms of technology have you used prior, like
We do
similar to Nearpod, if any?
We use Splash Learn for math, which is, do y'all use that?
No, actually. You might have to teach me that one.
Okay, so Splash Learn, you as a teacher go in and assign a certain like standard, and then they have to keep playing it until they pass it. So it's basically, so like if there's any gaps, you can go and do like a 3rd grade level math standard for one student, and they have to, you do that until they can get to like whatever.
That's cool.
And then we use Blooket for studying. I love a Blooket. Sometimes I'll try and like pull I can't even think of what it is now. It's like virtual flashcards online.
Oh, Quizlet?
Yeah, Quizlet. Thank you. But that's really all we use.
Any of them, or whether you mentioned them, that you just are like, I didn't like it, any sort of technology interventions that you've used in the past, didn't like?
I think the ones were like 99 math, I don't love because it's more games. Like I feel like the students get on there to play with their friends more than like the math of it.
I just was curious, so just to keep in the back of my mind.
I mean, I like 99 math if the teacher hosts the live, but if you do like the homework or whatever they can do, maybe I just didn't research it enough, but it seemed like they were playing more than doing math.
Gotcha. That makes total sense. All right. Well, we will figure out a time to do the observations, coming in, working it out, and then we will go from there.
Perfect.
All right.
Awesome.
Purpose of the text, what would you say?
To learn about the Lusitania and what happened.
No, the setting. You said 1950, and that's the time. Good.
Setting took place in the ocean.
Which ocean?
The American Ocean.
Not
the
the
Atlantic.
Atlantic. Good. I want you to answer what problem, solution, or cause and effect is described. The article, did it tell you about a problem? All right. Okay. So now you have some multiple choice questions. Yeah. We're not going to talk about it, but a U-boat is a German passenger ship. And don't say it out loud. An ocean liner, a type of submarine, or a passenger ship with a U-haul.
Do I just wait or keep going?
It's up to you. Do you want me to read it out loud, or would you rather wait?
You can read it out loud.
Okay. All right. Right click, next. The saying, fog blanketed the air, means that the air was A, cold and dry, warm and sun, filled with smoke, or filled with low-lying clouds. A minute. Thinking about this little lesson, because you both said you didn't feel great about your understanding of Lusitania. After kind of this little Nearpod lesson, were you able to determine the main ideas of the text and summarize the supporting details? It's up to you to say, I had some trouble, I didn't have any trouble, I still need practice, no, it was confusing, and you're like, I still am so lost, I have no idea what the Lusitania is.